Okay, so we're doing Shades of Morton. I actually started this quest already a while ago, but I never did any part of it. So let's just read the diary just to reacquaint myself. So some local townsfolk are worried about the mists coming from the northeast. Ordered more fire logs from Rasmir's shop. Must find a more reliable source of fire net. That money-grabbing Rasmir didn't know what I was talking about, had to explain they were ashes. Herbs like Harlander, Marantil and Taramin in short supply. I'm hoping the latter will make solution one night for the best yet. The remains of a primitive temple to the north have piqued my curiosity. Not much happening today, though the stench from the east increases. The people of Morton seem very depressed. Notice several townsfolk just staring blankly into the air. I'll keep further notes to aid my study of the effects from the Sanguinist region. Saradomin protect us. Temple is most likely early pagan and devoted to elemental power. The townsfolk are quite short in temper and fight readily amongst themselves at the slightest provocation. I've been out with my assistant Leonish Stemplehair. She's an able assistant but preoccupied with her family life. How has she become a respected scholar in her own right? Temple was almost surely made of limestone bricks and shows signs of heat damage in the centre. Samples from Mort Meyer appear inconclusive at this stage. More testing needed. Horror of horrors, the local tradesman Rasmir has started charging higher prices for everyday consumables. How will we live? He blames the lack of trade from the temple, but I believe he just wishes to fleece us all before leaving the town. Some further experimentation has been inconclusive. First, test vials with Guam not successful. Zenithylene process with water and Taramin proving successful. The temple to the north is known to the locals as Flammatir holds an interesting story. Local superstition talks about pagan rites and a sacred flame which could hold for permanence. It was said that involved in marriage ceremonies due to mystical aura. Also have reports of supernatural activity with shadowy creatures being seen. Such utter nonsense. The mists from Mort Meyer are getting worse, and the stagnation of the swamp is having an effect on the townspeople. Victims of the effect become vacant and unintelligible. Though some words do seem familiar, only a handful of people have succumbed, but more fall into this state on a daily basis. No known cure at this stage. Heard some further superstitious nonsense regarding a sacred flame where Flammatir stood. A small breakthrough. A patient only slightly afflicted had a short recovery with solution 194, but this lasted only a few minutes. Although a small step, this gives me hope that a cure can be found. This new solution might last longer with Fire Night, but I must be pack and leave soon before the affliction gets to me. It's too late. I already show the signs of affliction. I'm saddened that my work will not reach the scientific community of Varrock. I'd have liked to have shown my work before my peers. Oldschool makes me laugh. He believes the pagan flame may still have power. Even with this strange affliction, I feel with quiet reservation that I must write this quickly as it's hard to concentrate. Solution 198 was a change to 194 with added snakeweed. This had little effect though. Solution 194 was still the strongest so far. Need to increase its effectiveness with further refinement of zenithylene process and perhaps addition of other compounds. Possible last entry. Solution 194 revised to 207, which gives longer term but still not permanent relief from the affliction. Zenithylene works best with added finite but lasts short time. Agitation and warmth should seal this. This cursed affliction has some evil to it, a darkness I cannot fathom. Laughing at old Squire before his suggestions may have merit. First worksplats radish spokes me to wetlands in these tinker. Index of solution content. Water, Taramin, Fire water and Taramin, Fire and water. Okay, so then I think we go to the store. Use the potion on Rasmir. Ah, excellent. You've made your own serum and it seems to work well. Many thanks for using the serum on me, but beware, I may start to change back soon. Who are you? My name is Rasmir Kilgeen. I run a couple of shops in MORT'TON, but don't get too much custom these days. Which stores do you run? I run a general store with a few useful items, and I have a building supply store. I'm hoping that when things get better down here, people will still want to buy items to repair their buildings. Can I see your general store, please? Well, to be honest, all of my stock is packed away right now, seeing as the town is all overrun with these shades. I tell you what, you put an end to 5 shades for me, and I'll open the store for you. I have details on that dilapidated temple to the north. These shades have a purpose. They jealously guard their burial treasure. If you can do me some favours, I could help you to locate it. Yes. Great, that's what I want to hear. When you've done with it, bring back all the remains. I want to inspect them. So 5? Yep. Chew, how is it going? Have you killed the 5 shades yet? Yes, I have. Great, I'll experiment on these. I think that Oldschool might be keen to see some shade remains. If you take some over to him, he can possibly give you an extra information about them. Now that you've slayed some of those nasty shades, I feel motivated to help you out. I can trade with you now if you like. Okay. Buy some olive oil. One limestone brick. Where is this Oldschool guy? Ah, excellent, you've made your own serum and it seems to work well. Many thanks for using the serum on me, but beware, I may start to change back soon. Razmir said I'd to come talk to you. Oh yes, well that's very nice. I just slayed 5 shades for Razmir. He said you might be interested in seeing some shade remains. Oh yes, that would be interesting. You should show me to the priest. He wanders off to study the bones. Ah, hello again, what can I do for you now? What did you find out about the remains? The shade remains are made of strange substance which I have not come across before. I believe we should put these tormented spirits to rest. How can we do that? You can't even bury the remains. Quite right. I was thinking that a holy cremation would do the trick, but the funeral pyres need specially prepared pyre logs, normal logs that have been treated with sacred oil to give it a nice holy touch. How would I make some sacred oil? You won't. It's a pagan secret lost a long time ago. Normally I would try to bless some commonly found vegetable oil, but I'm so weak from this illness that I know I just won't be able to do it. I used to joke with Herbie Flax that if Flameter Temple was still standing, we could practice some ancient pagan rituals and incite the sacred flame. I'm not surprised that he never took me seriously. What can you tell me about the temple? Interesting question. It is an ancient pagan temple referred to as Flameter. I studied quite a bit. A lot one day. I hope to be able to rebuild it. Who knows what ancient power it could unleash. How can you rebuild a totally destroyed temple? I couldn't do it alone. I'd need a few expert artisans to help with the construction. I'd also need a good supply of limestone bricks, swamp paste, and timber beams. Thankfully, Razmir stocks all these items. Do you know how I can make this serum permanent? The serum is a product of science. Herbie was a clever man to have made it, but he didn't integrate anything from the spiritual world into his work, and for all his hard science, there is still something missing. So you don't know then? I'm a man of faith. That's all I know. Sometimes I feel that we should experiment with the sacred and the holy, not just the crude matter we find around with us every day. What should I do now? That's up to you, my friend. I once heard someone say that making your own decisions is the only real freedom you have. Exercise your freedom, my friend, while you still can. Okay, so I go to the temple now, I guess. Where is the temple? It's up here. Okay, so to repair the temple you need to increase your material resources pool by bringing limestone bricks, timber beams or wooden planks and swamp paste either in your inventory or in a Flameter bag. I thought I did... Oh, I just got the limestone, not the limestone bricks. Confused there. How do I make... Oh, will you bugger off? Switch to the world, I guess. I'm confused. Well done, I think the serum is really working on me. I think you've cracked it, my friend. I'd like to give something for your trouble. Wow, 202 coins. What can I do for you now? I used the oil vial on the flame and gave it me sacred oil. What should I do now? From what I've learned, the ancients used to use the sacred oil on logs in order to make pyre logs for cremation. You could try that. Oh. I need the remains. Relight my fire. Oh, hello again. What can I do for you now? I've put the shade spirits to rest. Great, well done, my friend. Hey, we've completed Shades of MORT'TON. What's the key for? Bronze. Is it bronze red? Bronze key red. Bronze key red. What does it do? Okay. Cool. Well, we did it. Sweet.